What's up, guys? This is like my 100th time recording this. I just want to make sure that I get all of my thoughts across properly. And I was just kind of like freestyling it. And a lot of things got left out. So I just made like some little bulletin points over here. So hopefully this go around will be a little bit more smooth. If you guys don't know who I am, hey, what's up? My name is Naja, aka the Voodoo Child, and I make videos on YouTube. And just recently, your girl had like a mental breakdown for real. And like, I just lost all sense of myself, if that makes sense. Like, I did not recognize myself. I no longer knew which thoughts were genuinely mine, and I had to pull myself out the sunken place, girl. I had to pull myself out the sunken place. No Kanye. Like, I had to just get out and really get right. And I just want to let you guys in like on my journey. So, to start off, I have history with mental health. Some of you guys may know. I recently, as of 2019, like late 2019, was prescribed medical marijuana for PTSD. So I have paranoia, like it is what it is, girl. We a work in progress, right? So with that being said, a person like me who is on the internet a great deal of time, and then quarantine happens. So now limited social activity. And then you also add in the fact that I'm plant based and I'm not getting a lot of natural sunlight. Things can get a little weird. Things can get a little weird, is all I'm going to say. The least. Things get a little weird. So there were multiple things that contributed to this uh I wanna say identity crisis for real. I just wanna say identity crisis because, like, my personality, like, I really did not know, like, my personality was off, and I know some of you guys watching this are gonna be like, "Girl, we've been watching you. We didn't see nothing different." It's because it's different when I'm talking to you guys on a live stream and stuff than when you're, like, my friend, like, in real life, my friend, or, like, my family, or, like, my boyfriend, or, like, it's different when you talk to people in person and you act in person than how you act online. And I didn't even recognize myself. Like, I didn't even recognize myself. It was to the point where I felt like I was playing a character when I would come on live. Like, I didn't even feel like that was really me for real. It was a very odd experience. But there were multiple things that contributed to this, and they were mainly the quarantine aspect and the you know what. It's a little too early in the video to name drop the cause of the quarantine. Um, and social media apps, and the news and the mainstream news media literally drove the kid bonkers, dude. Like, so, okay, social media, the first culprit. There were multiple apps that were the culprit that led me down my poor mental health and made me lose sense of self. The first one is Twitter, obviously. The second one would be TikTok. And then it started being YouTube. And I never thought I would see it on YouTube, but it was there the whole time, and it wasn't clicking for me because I was so far gone. But okay, I'm gonna explain to you what was going on each one. So on Twitter, it was a mixture of like black Twitter, stan Twitter, and gay Twitter. Now y'all know I don't stan anybody, girl. I have a job. Like I can't and I'm a student. Like I can't stand nobody, girl. But that's where the majority of the memes and stuff would come from. So I would see a lot of toxic rhetoric being spun by stan Twitter, um, such as like racist things, home saying the F word, and y'all know what F word I'm talking about. Look, I'm a better me, bruh. I'm not about to do it. But y'all know which one I'm talking about. Just doxing people, like just a lot of really bad things. Doxing people that didn't agree with them, just a lot of bad shit. Also a lot of rhetorics towards straight people. Like on gay Twitter, it would make me uncomfortable where it's like saying these really nasty, like, and it'll be nasty, guys. Like, let's cut the shit on like, let's really cut the shit. It's nasty to the point that if a straight person, if you literally switch whose mouth it's coming out of, and it's a straight person saying this about a gay person, they wouldn't even have a freaking job. Like, it's that, like, we really need, like, I'm not, and I need to stop doing this myself. I need to stop saying we really need, because we don't need to do anything, and that's how I got in this fucking place. I really needed to step back from that shit, because but at the time I didn't see it as problematic. But I'm just doing the bulletin points of like the different apps. So that was it on Twitter for me. It was mainly Black Twitter, Stan Twitter, and gay Twitter that was like really taxing on my mental health. And then TikTok. TikTok, oh my God, these kids are so freaking mean. Like, bullying out the ass, racism out the ass, tons of problematic shit. So, another thing, these that added onto it was constantly not getting trigger warnings when it comes to dying or murdered people, mainly minorities, at the hands of police and stuff like that. And I used to justify it as, Naja, these are things that need to be shown. These are things that has to be seen, because this is what's going to make people wake up. But I had to dial it back and realize, like, girl, you know what's going on. You don't need to see it. The people that need to see it probably aren't even seeing it. And that really messed with me as well. I remember I couldn't watch the George Floyd video because I already knew what it was. Like, months before it went mainstream on the media, it was on Twitter, and I just knew what it was. And a lot of people retweeted it saying, bruh, I didn't even click on this because I can't do it. You know what happened as soon as George Floyd went mainstream? Those tweets got deleted. They deleted those tweets because that was no longer the group thought. And you're going to hear me say the word group thought a lot. When I say group thought, I'm not talking about the same group over and over. Different social media sites obviously have different subcultures and different groups. So please don't think I'm solely talking about one particular group thought. I'm just being general. But the main group thought on Black Twitter that was driving me insane was having these same arguments over and over again, and feeling like I'm constantly taking up for my people over and over and over, taking up for my fellow Black woman over and over and over. As a light-skinned woman, taking up for my dark-skinned counterparts who may not see this nasty ass shit that's going on that I caught over and over and over. And I know some of you guys are gonna be like, oh, well, bruh, somebody is going, all I'm going to say is somebody is going to justify having these conversations over and over and over. Black men versus Black woman. Black men date outside their race. We need to date outside their race. Light skin versus dark skin. If the house on fire, who you going to save, the baby or the husband? How many times are we having these conversations and no solution? That's my only thing. Zero solution. Doing the same thing over and over and over is the definition of insanity. And me being a multiracial Black person, like me being me, like, I literally in that mental state felt like I had to be the one to be the protector. I needed to use my privilege for good. I need to be the protector. I need to get these fucking colorist hoes in check. I need to get these fucking misogynistic Black men in check. This is like, I literally was on some rah-rah shit with that. Then when it came to gay Twitter, I was on some rah-rah shit on some like, oh, all white cis men are the devil, straight girls are dumb as hell. Oh my God, I feel so bad for straight girls. Y'all got it so bad. All you have is men. My delusional ass with a whole man in my bed was sitting here saying, you straight girls are so dumb for messing with men just because I'm bisexual and not a straight girl. I like, girl, I'm trying to tell you, I was lost in the sauce. But all I kept getting, yes, sis, yes, sis, yes, affirmation from that particular group and their group thought. The next one, TikTok. TikTok is interesting. TikTok is when I think the mental illness really took over, girl. TikTok is the place where you find out how much what would you really do to go viral. That's TikTok is really that test for a lot of people. And I wanted to make people laugh. I wanted to make people laugh, and I'm not going to lie, because of my consumption on the internet and what I was purposely subjecting myself to, because at this point we decide what we want to see for the most part, bro. Like, honestly, because what do we do? Block, block. Oh, you think differently than me? Block. Oh, you think differently from me? Unsubscribe. Like, that's what we do. Real shit. Um, yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. TikTok was toxic. TikTok was toxic mainly because the kids were mean, and the kids have a new ideal of like progressiveness and social justice and shit like that. So I went on TikTok and I did some dumb shit. Shocker. I did some dumb shit. I went on there and I made this TikTok basically making fun of like mixed people that like, cause girl, look, I'm multiracial. I'm mixed. Okay. So I thought, fuck it, I can make fun of mixed people because I have my own microaggressions towards mixed people because I've had my experiences with other mixed people that made me biased. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, and that's the tea with a lot of these arguments. We have our own individual experiences with certain types of people, whether it be black, white, straight, gay, light skin, dark skin, whatever. And we have our own personal bias. And because I felt so strongly about whatever, I don't even know, girl. Like the message was so jumbled for me. I wasn't even making sense. Like I was not making sense at all, girl. But yeah, I went on there and I was basically making fun of mixed people because I have my own microaggressions towards mixed people. And I was just like, okay, so what? The majority of y'all are light skinned anyway. So we have light skin privilege. Meanwhile, you got dark skinned girls and guys getting all this shit like, suck it up so bad. I'm making fun of you because you're mixed. But what I didn't realize that I was further perpetuating a green light for not just black people, but white people also. And I looked in the TikTok comments and it was all types of different races basically clowning like mixed people and shit. And like it really didn't affect me back then because I was like, okay, and like we have certain privileges with colorism and stuff. Not thinking to myself, like, girl, you have family members who are an example of this. Like that can be multiracial and black and like dark skin and have thicker hair than you, bitch. Like, what are you doing? Like, I was literally so into like strange rhetorics. There was even a point, and you can go and look at my podcast. There was a point where I even like fell for some of that you know what alphabet letter BS. And I was talking about Hillary and like conspiracies, like y'all. It was showing in little spaces on my channel, but I really tried to hold it down, but I was slowly driving myself crazy, slowly but surely. So I had like a breakdown and I told my partner I had a breakdown and I just told him that like I feel lost, like I don't have anything of mine. Like I feel like I'm regurgitating other people's stuff. Like I feel like I don't really like I can't quote no professor. I can't quote a doctor, right? Like I can't quote a lawyer, right? Like I can't quote anybody with any type of expertise on what the fuck I'm talking about, like at all. And I just had like a breakdown, like an identity crisis of sorts, because it's like, who am I and what the fuck do I stand for? You know? And I just did like a little test of the water on my Twitter. And I remember when that Doja Cat situation happened. And I, for once, instead of just going with the group thought of the Stan group and the Black Twitter group, like I'm talking about multiple people because you know Stan Twitter, Gay Twitter, and Black Twitter all was in on the Doja Cat shit. But when that happened, I just noticed like there were so many puzzle pieces missing. Things weren't making sense. And for the first time in a long time, I actually dug for the source and things weren't adding up. And I said that on my timeline and I got ate the fuck up, girl. I got ate up. oh, you light skin hoes, this and you like, but I took it because again, that was the role that I chose to play. Cause I'm like, no, like I am light skin. Like, no, you're right. Like, this is most like I need to check my privilege. Like, I'm over here beating myself. I was not very kind to myself at all. I'm like, no, sis, you're right. I'm wrong. Like, who am I to do this? You're so right. And then I thought about it some. I got off of Twitter and I thought about it some more. And I was like, no, bro, this ain't it. Like, something's not right about this. And something in my spirit is telling me, like, just say your 2 cents. Fuck it. Go on YouTube. It's a different community. Go on YouTube. So I went on YouTube and I posted my Doja video. You guys can go and see it. But the funny thing is the same day that I uploaded the Doja video, before it hit the internet, though, I'm not trying to say I am that bitch and everybody watching me, girl. But all I'm saying is the day that it hit the internet, the group thought on Twitter changed. They realized, like, okay, this is some he said, she said type shit. Some black guy made up the rumor on Twitter that Doja don't like black guys. Like, it was just a bunch of he said, she said. Now the group thought has changed. So when I did post that Doja Cat video, I didn't get the same type of flack I got on Twitter because the group thought regarding that issue had changed. And that was the first time I had realized the profitability of group thought on the internet. That was the first time, and how convenient it is for a lot of people to keep the internet, people, consumers on the internet, as in you guys that are watching me right now. They're not trying to have you guys do any type of deep thought for real, for real. There's this thing in that community that I told y'all with the letter that I'm not going to say on here. There are people who work social media jobs and they're literally called bakers. What do bakers do? They get all the ingredients and they make the cake and then they serve it to the people. You might not even need to know how to make a fucking cake. You're always going to get cake from the baker. Same way, you teach a man how to fish, you feed him for life. You hand him fish, you feed him for a day. These people are feeding you a day at a time. So around this time I was in school and I took a critical writing class. And this was when I found out how to combat group thought. I finally learned how to properly research. I didn't know that, yes, this person may have posted this on this certain website and they may have credentials like education credentials, degrees, diplomas, whatever. But the website is being funded by blank. Insert private prisons. You get what I'm saying? Stuff like that. A lot of these mic drop moments on the internet that people have, i.e., digging into political figures' backgrounds, stuff like that. It's not really a mic drop moment. It's just one person actually gave a fuck to go and look it up and bake you a cake. So I learned how to critical think. I learned how to write critically. And I learned how to not argue so much because I've always been one that's been very receptive of constructive criticism. But I do have emotional issues. Like I told y'all, I got mental health issues. I do have emotional problems. And sometimes I'll just want to immediately just argue because I feel personally tried. Like, you get what I'm saying? Whereas, no, girl, you need to stop, think, and think, is this worth arguing about? Is this a conversation or an argument? And that has saved me so much breath. Is this a conversation or is it an argument? Like, so next week I'm going to show you guys like little tools that I've learned that I paid for to combat the group thought phenomena, because it comes to a point where we just stop asking what's the ingredients in the cake. It's come to the point where, yeah, I'm going to tell you guys. So what do I experience now on social media now that I have my own thoughts? I express myself like I used to. Like, that's how I came on YouTube, was telling my story times, like telling the raw truth, the raw gut of me when I'm dead ass wrong, bro. Like, that was my whole entrance here. And I feel like I got so lost in the sauce trying to please internet rhetoric. Like, and if y'all want to know how to think objectively and shit, well, we got you. Now, here's one thing though. I'm going to tell you guys the reactions I've gotten. The one that really just like took me back and was like, oh girl, someone called me a devil's advocate. Girl, I am not no devil's advocate. I don't need attention. People that are devil's advocates need attention, i.e., you only talk about something specifically because it's unpopular. And I'm not talking about doing no unpopular opinions video on YouTube. I'm talking about the president said the sky is blue today. And you make a video saying, y'all are dummies because the sky is actually green, dummy. Like, that's being devil's advocate. That's not what I'm doing. All I'm asking you to do is stop trusting the baker just because the baker has hundreds of thousands of followers. Followers does not equal fact. Okay? All I'm asking you guys to do is go and do your own research. Shit, drop me a link so I can go and read some stuff. You get what I'm saying? Have a conversation. I'm not trying to play devil's advocate. I'm trying to have a new conversation than the same ones we keep having over and over and over and over and over and over and getting nowhere. It's come to the point where Black anger is so profitable. Gay anger is so profitable. Black death, gay death, fucking it's we're not getting anywhere is all I'm saying. We're not coming up with solutions at this point. We're just having the same divisive arguments over and over and over and over. I'm trying to think. What else did somebody say? Somebody said I'm being dismissive of certain issues because I don't want to argue about them anymore. Look, I'm about to drop y'all a gem and then I'm gonna go. Because I'm gonna be telling you, I'm gonna be talking more about this on like the individual thought, critical thinking, critical researching, critical writing, critical speech. Draw with me. I'm gonna do next. But y'all gotta realize that not all home team is home team, bro. There are people who are profiting off of Black anger right now that you think is the most wokest person in the room. If you go and consume someone's content and you leave there feeling worse, what did that do for you? And that's something I had to tell myself. I had to actually go and clean out a lot of the people that I'm subscribed to, the people that I follow, because just because you view me as an equal, if I see how you treat your supporters like cult followers and you think that they're less than you and you think it's so funny that you're getting over on them because you can get them mad, meanwhile you're cashing in on it because you know that we keep having the same conversations over and over and over and over. I'm side-eyeing you. Because I'm not trying to sound like I'm better than anybody because I'm a YouTuber. Because, bro, look, I was still a YouTuber last year and I was a whole sheep. I'm just trying to let you guys know that a lot of the things like, oh, and again, this is one thing that I guess that wasn't the last thing. Another thing that people keep doing in response to my opinions is drop the names of other YouTubers and be like, "Oh girl, you're on the right track, but you need to go listen to so and so because," and then it's like I go on their channel and it's insert celebrity here does blank, goes to comment section, just a whole bunch of anger. Listens to video, whole bunch of anger, some borderline racist shit. Like it's come to the point where like you can literally put side by side certain things and you switch the mouth and it's just as bad. The same thing how I said about gay Twitter. You switch what you say to, "Oh my God, I wish all straight people would just die." And then you switch it to, "Oh my God, I wish all gay people would," like, you see? Oh my God, like it's just getting bad, y'all. It's just getting bad. And my thing is, bro, I don't need to listen to your fave to form my own opinion. Like, I don't. And the 10, like maybe like 6 times out of 10, y'all be telling me to go see people that I know. And it's like, well, not know, obviously, because I'm not about to hang out with no low vibrational ass people on that level. But I mean, people that I know of that I used to be subscribed to, and it's like, girl, you still feeding into their shit? Like, and I'll be trying to peep y'all on game because this is my job. Like, a lot of it is that YouTube game, but it's wrapped up in a nice bow and the cake has pink icing, bitch. So on that note, I'm just encouraging you guys to do some research, your own individual research, look into these companies, look into where we put our dollar, whether you're gay, straight, black, white, Spanish, yellow, whatever. You need to be conscious of where you are putting your money. You need to be conscious on what you're supporting. You need to be conscious on the messages that you're regurgitating, because a lot of these words that these people use do have double meanings. You need to be careful. You need to be informed. Knowledge is power. You can never fight conspiracy with conspiracy, ever. Ever. You can't. It doesn't work that way. And arguments are for the birds. On that note, y'all, I'm wishing you all an awesome day. I still have my core values, obviously. Like, I am still going to check people when they need to be checked. I'm going to use the privilege I have for the greater good when it comes to my dark skinned counterpart. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's just who I am, like, personally. But what I'm not going to do is continue to have these think pieces online about the same topics over and over, the same celebrities, unsurprisingly doing the same problematic shit. I'm tired of putting these rappers on this presidential pedestal. It's bad enough we got to see them talking to our politicians as if they are the representation of every black person. It's just tired, and I'm just tired of the unprogressiveness. But I am me, and I'll always stand up for the gays. I'll always stand up for my brothers and sisters. Like, I will always do that. But now I'm realizing I need to stand up for man, and I need to stop adding on to the problem, basically. Stop being so divisive, like, just not be that guy. And honestly, it feels good. It feels good being me, because at least now, if I do fuck up, or like if I make a mistake, or if I say something with my chest, I know that that's me 100%, and people could take it or leave it. Like, it's a crazy feeling. It's a crazy feeling. I hope you guys are ready to go on this journey with me, because this year is about to be great. We're about to prosper. We're about to manifest. We're about to make this money. Ain't no fake positivity over here. No fake it till you make it bullshit over here. I hope you guys are having a great day again. And keep it classy. Keep it classy. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.